Salazar is a truly troublesome illness.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Salazar is a truly troublesome illness.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Salazar is a truly troublesome illness.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Salazar is a truly troublesome illness.
All right, next let's see your right hand. But please remember that you still need to be careful, understand?
Yes, I will.
Look, Kale, today's
But I have a vision too!
Don't talk like that, Kale. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah! Since I'll be stick.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you, and if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the statue of the...
Tighnari, we're ready to head out.
Got it! I'll be right there!
Yes, you can come. So, Kale, Tighnari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound... Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty... They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintain... As for Master, today we can perform... Paimon, Traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual. Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The statue of the Seven it's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there... Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to... Paimon, I'll fly up with you. By the way... that's... Huh? Oh, is... To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago. According to what... To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Siristana. Then what happened? Well, and then... Yeah, Maybe it's... No, it... Wait, Amber? You mean... Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action, and if you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and... sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but...
sorry. I was rambling on just now.
It's alright, Kale. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler in their floating... I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
So that's...
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. I wish I could tell you more about the Dendroarchon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana until you mentioned...
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the So that's why you're here.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? Alright, we have a statue to clean.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy.
Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? You might be right. The statue does look kinda old. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top and Nice work! That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale. Kale, we're back!
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
Yay, food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them. Whoops!
No! You dropped it on the ground!
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon. Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, thank goodness you...
Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the...
Yay!
Oh!
So, Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their... Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, anyway. Because Master does a lot of research on plants, but Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too Master could obviously have a bright future in the academia, but he insists on... In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make
Really? Oh, speaking of Tainari, Paimon's still kinda upset though.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, why, oh why?
Hey! Don't laugh! Hey! Now even Collie's... Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some...
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Collie. Paimon didn't mean...
No, I just...
Collie, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm... I'm fine. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to...
Huh? What was up with Collie just now? And why is she in such a hurry?
Traveler, you've returned.
Yep, we're back!
Oh, Kale? Yes, I saw her go into her room.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just... Paimon was thinking all night... Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari, what are you doing here?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what...
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose...
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized you were that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because... well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time.
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease.
Elazar?
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, in its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively—
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy—
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you already are familiar with them. That'll save me— Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much—
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her—
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience—
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself though I must admit that Kale's condition was— She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Alright, now that I've told you about Kale—
Yeah, we'd like to do something—
Alright, but I'm—
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a—
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Nilote palalotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. The Nilote palalotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Calpulata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, and is completely contrary to its name.
Oh, okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
If you could we'll rendezvous.
Alright, we've gathered enough new atual lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey, Tainari!
Let me have a look. I'm glad you two—
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name. They're
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? Let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. Can you tell—
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you—
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a—
No one in our patrol.
Okay, I understand.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just— There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the affected areas not only—
Yes, as Amir said.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
Seems the rumors about you were true then. In that case, all right. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandhar.
Time to go.
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda gloomy. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the—
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're gonna have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved. Thank you. But I must warn you, don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this, even with elemental powers. Once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone. The wind knows me.
Out of the frying pan!
No touching!
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Born of ice and frost.
Now! Destroy the tumor of the withering!
We're way behind schedule.
Yes. Thanks to you two, we were able to quickly restore this area back to
Tainari? You make it sound...
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear... If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The withering is... For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more...
Huh? But why is...
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. Oh, by the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than... I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifest. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago. But I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time, until a cure is found. All right, that's enough on this topic for the time.
Time to go. Time to go. Into the wind.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did...
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to... Huh? Wait, is that... Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her?
Let me see what's written in the letter for...
So what's it
Yes, she must have just finished.
What? You mean
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Needless to say, I've got some
Wait, you want us?
Let's find out. Here, traveler. Take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay?
Back when we were clearing the withering zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the dendro element. I knew then that he would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all, because what you saw is of significant. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Ruka Devata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneal are aimed at establishing a connection with
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show... No, I should be the one thanking you. You've...
There's still a long road.
I can't wait any longer! Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. Hypatia!
So hungry. Need water.
There's no way we can get her to... Huh? Wait. Why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden? Huh? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh, maybe...
Time to go.
Wow, this place is huge. Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind. Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Follow the wind. Follow the wind.
You're toast!
Rain cutter, know my sword!
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
To that is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute! Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Witness the power of Gugwa. Rain outlines your fate.
Wind strider. Clouds high. The birds call.
But no touching.
All hail!
Access denied.
wind knows me.
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really? Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that the bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling. But don't you fret now. Today...
What do we do? Oh, there she is! Quick, let's... Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Oh, guess that... Anyways... Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can...
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was...
Oh, I seem to...
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So, you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler.
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature...
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection. Even after I opened my eyes, and at that in my curiosity, it wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected... Yes, no... Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite an...
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like... Alright, we're up, Traveler. Today's menu...
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it.
Que fogueira.
Nice and spicy. All done. Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already washed it. Oh, it smells amazing. And the box...
Are you already finished cooking? Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spirit-Born Ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rook. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers. Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first step.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question.
That was primarily due to his body's unique taking in any sense similar to the ingredients. Not to worry, though. It appears you've all... Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're used... I must admit...
Whoa!
As a member of the Rataoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their which is why I must turn to the all-knowing If only I am currently in... Sages have said that that's why we meditate.
Whoa. So knowledge from Irminsul could be super dangerous. Don't you ever...
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore, no. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound...
Well, it's strange because...
Oh.
Yes, the sages say that wisdom implies ration. Yes, the fact that I was born, I studied hard, but then, it was in back then.
So...
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. World, forget me. If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin... If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting...
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
Time to go.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul.
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see.
Tighnari.
And what
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City.
And, how long?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that, despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master?
E aí, Cleison? Foi mal, eu tava... Chat errado aqui, não vi o chat. Você tá me ouvindo aí, mano? Não sei se tá ligado aqui, deixa eu ver. Alô? Não sei se tá ligado aqui, tá ligado, tá ligado. E aí, mano?
If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot...
Tighnari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Ah, tá de boa, pô. Só tô fazendo umas missões aqui pra poder liberar o mapa novo que vai atualizar o jogo. Aí vai entrar um mapa novo.
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go
I
to
think fazer
Sumeru
essa
City,
quest aqui
but
que eu
all
tô
that can
fazendo.
wait.
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery...
That's right!
Sorry, I'm afraid I...
Well, do you...
Let me think... Oh, also, when...
Oh?
It's called an... Needless to say...
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! That's right! Tighnari, we have something important to say to Kala.
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tighnari.
Farewell.
I've been waiting for you two.
E aí, mano? Eu tô achando, velho, que meu computador tá faltando fã. Não tem, ele só tem uma fãzinha na frente só. Só que aqui na frente dele fica geladinho. E aqui atrás fica quente. Eu acho que eu preciso de uma fã aqui atrás. E eu não tenho fã.
Thanks for waiting here just to see us
Ventoinha,
off,
não
Kale.
tem?
We're headed to...
Don't worry about me, and but I guess now I am.
There's no need to... We're probably still...
Thank you.
Oh?
It's my recipe for pita. Yay! I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll... Well then.
Sumeru City! We've... Oh! Did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their...
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
O que que tem, mano, no PC dele? Quando ele tá jogando Tomb Raider.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device.
60 graus, mas 60 graus é boa, pô, a temperatura. Quando eu tô jogando Tomb Raider aqui, ontem o Eric tava jogando Tomb Raider aqui no meu PC. E ele chegou a 78, 77, 78, não tem? Eu tô achando que pode ser que eu tenho que trocar a pasta térmica. Eu comprei a pasta térmica, tô esperando chegar aí. Aí quando chegar eu vou trocar. Mas eu vi umas paradas na internet falando que essa é a temperatura normal dessa placa aqui, não tem? Dessa 1060 aqui. Mas eu não sei, mas eu vou trocar mesmo assim, só pela prevenção, não tem? Só por uma manutenção preventiva, por eu já ter pego ela usada e tal. Aí eu vou abrir, trocar, limpar direitinho, trocar a pasta térmica. Tô esperando só chegar aí as paradas que eu comprei pra eu limpar ela e trocar a pasta térmica. Você acha que se eu botar o fan que tá aqui na frente do meu PC lá atrás melhor, ou você acha que é melhor ficar aqui na frente mesmo? Eu tinha que arrumar mais um fan, velho, pra botar aqui atrás, na parte de trás do meu PC.
Perhaps you two have heard. After 6, as long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about.
Se eu abrir
It sounds
aqui,
pretty amazing.
tá 72 ali, ó, tá vendo? Isso é quando eu tô jogando. Quando eu não tô jogando, ela abaixa. Mas essa temperatura também é boa, não tem? Só que eu vou trocar pastas porque eu peguei ela usada, não tem? Então eu não sei como a placa tá aí. Eu nunca tive uma placa forte também. Aí, sei lá, né? Mas eu vi na internet que essa temperatura é boa. Então, eu preciso de outro ventilador, velho. Eu tô querendo comprar outra fonte. Acho que lá para novembro ou no ano que vem, não sei. Eu vou tentar comprar uma fonte. Aí, quando eu for comprar a fonte, eu vou tentar comprar um kitzinho de fã. Se eu não comprar logo um gabinete, velho, um gabinete melhor.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard. Here are your Akasha terminals.
It kinda looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with...
Oh, since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanagi. Let's give it a try. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom. Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know. And
Exactly. That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you
Eu
both to
comprei uma
Sumeru City.
pasta térmica que é... Tipo, tem uns reviews bons aí, não tem? Com a... Tipo, as pessoas falam muito bem dela. Ela é chinesa. Aí eu comprei ela. Quando chegar aí eu vou trocar a pasta térmica.
okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanagi. Let Paimon try.
Quando eu for fazer isso, eu vou fazer vou tentar, né? fazer um videozinho de eu limpando pro Eric poder postar lá no perfil dele.
500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Suristana. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Oh, come on! Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea! But what are you going to ask it? You too? What? Huh. Could it be because we're... Uh-oh. Paimon's getting... He's from Sumeru. Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate.
Watch out for pickpocks.
Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's... Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
Here! This is a letter from Tainari!
Oh, let me see... Oh, seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know...
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha. Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my...
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that?
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the sanctuary of Suristana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
But then what...
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being in this world, there will... Take me, for example.
Okay.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me. Hey, come on! This is a survival skill at the academia.
Oh, Paimon's expectations were pretty low. But this is so low, it's like digging holes in the dirt. Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody here. Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network. Let's hurry and find her.
Astra Abyssosk. Hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Aww, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry. I'm in Sumeru. The Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active... They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge...
Corps of 30? What?
Supposedly. They are named as such because their ranks number 3rd Asphalt, an advisor. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you're welcome. I wish you to...
Alright, off to the Citadel of Ringsar we go!
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to... It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru...
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, in their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never...
Really?
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the God of Wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like...
All right. Well, thanks for the info, Osfond.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here.
De boa, eu fui pegar uma coquinha ali pra eu beber.
Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru.
O Tomb Raider aí que seu pai tava jogando era qual? Eu tenho os 3 Tomb Raider na minha Epic. Peguei os 3 Tomb Raider de graça.
Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right?
Eu vou gravar, pô, quando chegar as coisas ali, eu vou gravar só minha mão mesmo, não tem. Vai ficar da hora, depois eu vou botar no PC, vou editar, vai ficar massa.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we...
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon. Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted, panicked by what he heard. The man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but...
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "Oh, Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass.
Você criou uma conta nova no LoL, velho?
Mano,
eu tenho moral de criar também, velho. Porque... tipo, eu tô a uma partida do Esmeralda. Capaz de eu deixar quieto lá e criar outra conta, começar a jogar de novo. Eu começaria. Porque LoL sei lá, eu acho mais divertido quando a gente tá low elo, não tem? Os caras do high elo tem um ego muito inflado, velho.
Thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
Tem o ego infladíssimo. Tipo, eles acham que é muito bom, tomam as decisões de merda. No low elo não tem isso, não tem. É até mais divertido, só que não tem como a gente ficar no low elo, né, velho? Porque não é o nosso elo. A gente jogando naturalmente a gente sobe, né? Não tem jeito.
In a way, it seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Arc.
Dunyarzad.
Of course. I'm terribly sorry, but...
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone. someone. Dunyarzad was at... This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Let's see if we can get...
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she...
Yeah, she went... that way.
Quick, after her!
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad.
É divertido porque as pessoas que estão jogando ali realmente jogam por diversão, mano. Igual a Brenda é LOL desde sempre, ela é LOL, não tem? E ela consegue se divertir com LOL, velho. Tipo, ela não sobe de elo. Ela joga porque ela quer subir, mas ela não sobe. Porque ela se diverte jogando, mano. Entendeu? LOL é mais divertido mesmo. Quando a gente sobe o rank, as pessoas ficam jogando a sério demais. Acha que é bom, todo mundo é ruim. É complicado. Ih, minha internet tá caindo. Voltou.
Time to go.
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you start.
You can relax now.
Really? Uh-oh. Looks like there's some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to
Era minha internet, por isso que picotou. Essa internet tá uma merda. Mas eu já tô... Em novembro eu vou tirar essa internet, que eu não quero ter dor de cabeça. Aí vai acabar essa bosta de fidelidade. Eu vou cancelar essa porcaria de internet, velho. Essa internet era boa, só que ultimamente tá uma merda. E eu ligo pra lá pra eles resolver isso, eles não resolvem, velho. Então eu vou esperar acabar essa merda aí e vou cancelar isso.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of...
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back.
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
Essa personagem aqui, ela é bonita mesmo, mas é muito fraca. E ela é 5 estrelas, mas é muito fraca.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again? Double? A triple? Give me some time, and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
Eu não gostaria de pegar essa boneca, velho. Na moral, eu não gostaria. Eu ficaria muito triste se eu pegasse ela.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. And I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm
Igual,
or
eu tô
not.
querendo de
Still don't
noite.
accept reality.
De noite vai vir a mulher, lá pras meia-noite. A mulher que eu quero pegar vai entrar no banner e eu vou rodar nela. Tem a chance de quando ela for vir essa mulher aqui. Aí eu vou ficar muito triste, velho. Eu espero que não venha. Meu amigo, não gosto nem de imaginar.
Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for mother and father, and I'm grateful for everything because she saved me. This is my life.
A história do Genshin é legal, mas porra, é tanta falação, blá 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 blá, velho.
Today's little excursion, since this definitely so.
Eu espero que eu consiga a outra de primeira mesa.
I'm fine.
My lady, stop trying to look.
I'm sorry for worrying you too.
Sure.
Well, if it isn't Dia, haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Don't you find that kind of...
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it, huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I... but please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to...
How about our charcoal-baked Agelena cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look,
they look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. Hey, come on! Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was in.
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how,
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did my younger self. Then one night, at that moment...
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do I explain this? Really? Of course. Wow, you really do, Dunyarzad. Is there anything you want? Not really. Huh? But aren't you a child? How can you make my illness go away? Oh. Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be here." Although my body was suffering beyond my window was the flourishing sumeru. Once I finally but I know that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world. Nor would I have... That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was...
What's the Sub-Zero?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old I heard everyone was overjoyed, but because of the academia actively participates in Sumeru's many